So if you have something that you're embarrassed about from the past, or maybe something that you're feeling shame about from your past, maybe it's still in your present experience, when is the right time to share that with a new relationship, and what do you say? That's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. Stick around. Hey, my name is Matt Boggs, and I'm the founder of the Love and Relationship Division of the Brave Thinking Institute. And our mission is empowering people to create and live a life they love living, and that includes you in your love life. And so I'm going to share with you a scenario that continuously comes up. It's very frequent in my coaching programs. And that's when a woman has experienced something from her past that she feels embarrassed about or ashamed about, and she's going on a date, and that topic gets brought up. What does she say? How does she address that? And I'll give you a scenario. There's a client of mine, we'll keep her anonymous. We'll call her Cheryl for the purpose of this story. And Cheryl had experienced a rape. Cheryl had gotten pregnant from that rape. And the father is in prison because of what he had done. So imagine what it's like for Cheryl to go on a date. She puts on her online profile that she's got a child because she wants to lead with that. She wants anyone who dates that turns into something to accept her child, to love her child, and to potentially be a great father and partner for her. But on a first date, the dates that she goes on, the guy will often ask, oh, tell me about your child, and well, where's the father? Is the father still in the picture? And so Cheryl was feeling really conflicted because she was saying, I don't want to talk about this story on a first date. I don't feel like it's fair to me to have to talk about this on a first date. It's not fair to the guy to have him to bear the weight of this story on the first date and put that on him as well. And so I don't know what to say because I don't want to lie and kind of make up another story and then later on have to tell him the truth. And now I've lied to the partner that I want to build a relationship with. So what do I do? So Cheryl was in massive resistance about even going on dates. That was a block for her moving her love life forward. Maybe you've got something from your past that you are hesitant to talk about, and that fear is a block keeping you from moving your love life forward because you don't know how to resolve it. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 criteria that you want to make sure are in place. This is how you know it's the right time to share this information with a new relationship, and exactly what you can say, how you can put this information in perspective. And before I share with you these 3 factors, if you are feeling some embarrassment or you have some shame about something in the past, it's really important that you dissolve those emotions. You release yourself from those feelings. And so I've got a meditation I've created for you that will help you do that. I'll put the link in the description. You can just click that link, download that meditation. It will really serve you in transforming those emotions of shame or embarrassment. So whether you have an STD, whether you have had sexual trauma in the past, whether you have gone through a bankruptcy, something financial, any of that, here's how you know when the right time to share that information with a new relationship is. There's 3 criteria. I call these the 3 R's. And you want all 3 of these to be in place before you share this information. First of all, know that you don't owe personal information to anybody. People don't have the automatic right to know that. You have the right to determine when it feels right to you to share that information. So the first R is relevance. When is it relevant for the person you're dating to hear this information, right? If you are not going to pursue this relationship in any sort of committed form, then it's not relevant to bare your soul and open up information about your most personal details, right? If you've got an STD, when is it relevant to share that information? Well, it's not relevant if you're not planning on sleeping with this person. Only when you plan on being intimate with them is it relevant to the situation and this new relationship. So the first R is relevance. The second R is respect. You've got to have enough trust between you and the person you're in this relationship with that you know he's going to respect the information you're sharing with him, and he's going to safeguard your heart with this information. You've got to know that he's not going to judge you, but instead hold you in compassion and understanding with this information. Before you share your most vulnerable information, he has to have already demonstrated that he's earned your trust and he's going to safeguard your heart with this information. And the third R is roots. And I love this analogy. Imagine an oak tree. When an oak tree is fully grown, it is strong, It is solid and it's got deep roots anchoring it in the ground. And that oak tree can withstand storms, it can withstand harsh weather, it can withstand winds because it is strong enough to withstand the challenges it's facing. Now, it takes time to grow that kind of an oak tree, and it takes time to grow that same strength in a relationship. When that same oak tree is just beginning as a little seedling, it's fragile. If it becomes exposed to too much challenge too early on, like too much harsh wind, too much harsh weather, it won't have the strength or the roots to survive. And in this analogy, the roots are the connection that you have with this new relationship, with this man, and the strength is the love that you share with one another. When you have a deep enough connection with him, and when your love is strong enough, you two can overcome anything, any news, any challenge that you're facing. And it takes time for that to develop. Now, if you have the relevance and if you have the respect with one another, chances are you've got some roots developing, and you want to know that your connection and your love is strong enough to withstand any news that you share. So if it's relevant to the relationship, if he's already demonstrated enough respect and earned your trust, and the two of you have roots, that's the right time to share your most vulnerable information in the relationship. But that's not always when the topic comes up. Sometimes that topic comes up early. So what can you say if the topic comes up too early? You don't want to talk about it. You don't want to share that information. So instead of just not saying anything and making him think that there might be something worse than really the truth, or that you're trying to avoid it altogether, what can you say? So I'm going to share with you a framework for how to phrase whatever it is that you want to say. But first, as I said before, you want to have the right mindset, which is you don't owe him any information. He's got to earn this information. That's so important. And then when you do have this conversation, address it head on and own your own worth, own your own standard of saying, look, I want to see how you respond to what I'm about to say to know whether or not I want to move forward with you. So here's the framework. You honor his question, give a top of the wave, high level answer that addresses the question, and then you challenge him with a standard that says, look, if this turns into something special, then I will share it with you. So you give him something to earn, and then you refocus his attention on the present moment and what you two are creating together. So here's how that would look in Cheryl's example. Cheryl would say, you know what, that's a really good question. The father's not in our life, and it's a personal situation for me. So if this turns into something special that you and I both want to pursue, then I'd be happy to share it with you. But for now, let's just focus on you and me. Boom, brilliant. I love that for several reasons. Number one, he knows the father isn't in your life. You're not avoiding the question. You're challenging him to say, look, if this develops into something that is special that we both want to pursue, then it becomes relevant. Then you will share that information. And then she redirects his mind to say, let's focus on you and me and creating that something special right here and right now. That is brilliant. That is powerful. When I shared this information with Cheryl, she felt like 1,000-pound boulder had been lifted from her shoulders. She was like, oh my gosh, I feel so good about going on dates. Now I know what to say. So I hope you feel the same thing, that you're empowered, that no matter what's happened in your past, you have a framework for how to share that information in a way that feels good to you, honors and respects the question that he's asking, and moves the two of you forward. My question for you is, what have you found to be great ways to share personal information that you're not ready to share when that question gets asked too early? Go ahead and post that in the comment section below. And know this is all in service of allowing even more love into our lives and giving that love in our lives. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.